Good morning, students. Now our next chapter is motion in a plane. Clear. Before understanding this motion in a plane, we will discuss some definitions. Very first definition is scalars. Scalars, the physical quantities which have only magnitude, which has only magnitude but no direction. They are called the scalars. For example, speed, distance, time, and mass, etc. Similarly, the vectors, the physical quantities which have both magnitude and direction. Clear? Which have both, means they have direction as well as magnitude also. They are called the vectors. For example, displacement, velocity, acceleration, force, momentum, etc. Clear? Next is position vector. That is very important definition for this chapter, that is position vector. If we take a coordinate frame or frame of reference, we can say this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is origin point. In this coordinate frame, if we draw an arrow with the tail at point A, means an arrow we will draw and its tail will be at point A and its head will be at point A and tail will be at point O, means origin. This vector OA, this OA vector, means this is notation called vector. OA vector is called the position vector. Clear? Here OA vector is position vector. Now, what are the main characteristics or qualities of this position vector? Very first is it gives the straight line distance of any object from the origin, means it gives the distance of object from origin, means from origin point, from O point up to A point, it gives the straight line distance. Next, second, it gives the direction. It gives the direction with respect to the origin, means according to the origin its direction is towards this side or toward this side, toward this side. It gives the direction in which direction this object is going on. And third, the magnitude of this vector is length of this OA vector, that is equal to R. Always we say that this position vector is R vector. Clear? Or we can say that this magnitude will be R vector magnitude, or simply we can say it is R, or which is equal to length of this OA vector. Clear? Next definition is displacement vector. It is the vector drawn from initial position to the final position. Generally, the displacement vector is the vector drawn from initial to final position. For example, actually this displacement vector, it is a unique vector, the unique path in which we can take particle from its initial position to the final position, means single path, that is called a displacement vector. For example, if an object is going from A to B, but first it go to C, then it come to B, then this shortest path, we can say that shortest path is displacement. So the vector donating A to B, means initial position to final position, that is called a displacement vector. Clear? Now some general vectors and their notations, means types of vectors, we can say that types of vectors. Very first vector, that is called negative vector. Negative vector, a negative of a vector is defined as another vector having the same length but drawn in opposite direction. Means negative of any vector is the vector which have same length but drawn opposite to another vector. For example, we can draw it like let it is a vector, and here it is a b vector whose length is same to a but drawn in opposite direction. So we can say that a vector is equal to minus of b vector. Clear? This is the negative vector. Second is equal vector. Equal vectors, the vectors which have same magnitude and direction. Means same magnitude and same direction. Magnitude and direction. For example, this is a vector and this is b vector. Similarly, third vector is co-initial vector. Co means same, initial means initial point. Means vector are said to be co-initial if they have a common initial point. If they have common initial point, then they are called co-initial vector. For example, let from a one vector is going toward this, that is a vector, and second is going toward this, that is b vector. Their initial point is this o point, so we can say that they are co-initial vector. Then next is collinear vector. Collinear vectors. Now collinear vector means two vectors having equal or unequal magnitude which either act along the same line or acting on the parallel line in the same direction or in opposite direction. Means in this three situations are there. Collinear, collinear means same line. ठीक है. First of all, means first point in this three situations are there. This in this collinear vectors means they have the equal magnitude or unequal magnitude which either act along the same line or along the parallel line in the same direction or along the parallel line in the opposite direction. Means ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ magnitude are that can be same or different. Let first situation we are taking the same, and their line of action is one, same line, along the same line. In this we can take two situation. In first is equal magnitude, same line. Clear? Second is unequal magnitude, same line. Similarly, second, equal magnitude A and B but acting parallel line, equal magnitude, parallel line, same direction. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ अनइक्वल मैग्नीट्यूड अनइक्वल है, डायरेक्शन सेम है एंड पैरेलल, they are parallel to each other, means same direction. Clear? The third situation, when they are acting parallel but in opposite direction, means we can say the anti-parallel. Third situation, first we will say that equal magnitude A and B but in opposite direction. We can like equal magnitude, opposite direction, and parallel. Parallel तो हैगा ही है. Then second situation, unequal magnitude, unequal, opposite direction and parallel. Clear? These are the three situations. Our next vector is, it was all about linear vector, that has fourth type. Then fifth type is zero or null vector. Zero or null vector. The vector having zero magnitude is called null vector. Zero magnitude. Magnitude is zero, or it is noted by zero vector. Clear? Next is unit vector. Unit vector. The vector which having magnitude unity, means magnitude unity means 1. Magnitude whose magnitude is 1 is called unit vector, or we can denote it by, generally in general form it is n cap. Cap. This notation is called cap. Clear? Now if we are having a vector A, we have to find its unit vector. Its unit vector will be A cap. So that A cap will be equal to vector upon its magnitude. Vector upon magnitude of the vector. Or for example, if we are having any vector R, that is position vector, x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. This x is distance towards x coordinate, y is distance towards y coordinate, and z is the distance towards z coordinate. This I cap is the unit vector along x axis, j cap is the unit vector along y axis, k cap is the unit vector along z axis. If we have to find the magnitude of this vector, that will be r x square plus y square plus z square under root. Clear? So if we have to find the r cap, then it will be r vector upon its magnitude. Vector means r vector means, so r cap will be x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap divided by x square plus y square plus z square under root. Or for example, I'm taking general example. Let any vector A is equal to 3 I cap plus 2 j cap plus 5 k cap. Clear? Means it's 3 unit towards x axis, 2 unit towards y axis, 5 unit towards z axis. So if we have to find its magnitude, first we will find magnitude will be 3 square plus 2 square plus 5 square under root. It will be 9 plus 4 plus 25 under root, which is equal to under root 38. But if we have to find unit vector, then it will be vector upon its magnitude. Then we will write 3 I cap plus 2 j cap plus 5 k cap divided by under root 38. This will be the unit vector. Clear? These were the all about types of the vectors. Now next is multiplication. Means properties of vector. Multiplication of a vector by a real number. Multiplication of a vector by a real number. Now if we want to multiply any vector by any real number, then what will be its net result? If let any vector A, we have to multiply this vector with any scalar, any real number, let it be n. Clear? So n a vector, it will be equal to n a vector. Means this vector will become n times the vector. New vector or its resultant will be a vector, or it will be n times the vector. Clear? The multiplication of a vector A by a real number n is another vector of magnitude n times, and direction is same or opposite to that of A dependent upon whether n is positive or negative. Means if n is positive, then this new resultant of a vector will be same direction, will have the same direction, but if n is negative, then its direction will be opposite direction. Clear? Means if we are taking its magnitude, it will be n A. If n is positive real, if n is positive real, then magnitude will be n always. If n is a negative real, then this will this. If n is a negative. Clear? So according to that, its direction will be factored. If n is positive, then direction will be same as that of A. If n will be negative, direction will be opposite to that of A vector. Clear? Next is addition. Addition of a vector. Here some situations are there. Very first situation, when two vectors act in the same direction. If two vectors are acting in the same direction, then how we will add them? Clear? In this we will take one example. If one particle is displaced through, let 4 meter towards east, then again it moves 3 meter towards east, then a total displacement will be 4 plus 3 7 meter due east. Means a total displacement, or we will add these two displacements if they are acting in the same direction. Let first that 4 meter, that vector let it be P, then second 3 meter let it be Q, then total 7 meter will be P plus Q. Clear? Then second situation, when two vectors are in opposite direction. Two vectors are acting opposite direction, means let first particle displaced 4 meter towards east, let it be P, then second particle moves 3 meter, let second Q vector, that is 3 meter towards west. So net displacement P plus Q will be 1 meter, because they are in opposite direction. That's why net resultant will be 1 meter. Then third situation, when two vectors are inclined at right angle. Right angle means 90 degree. Right angle to each other. Means if both the vectors, let this P vector and this is Q vector, both are acting at right angle to each other, then their resultant will be, R is a resultant of two vectors, P plus Q. Clear? Now this was all about that right angle. If vectors acting at any angle, then there are some rules. That is, first rule is triangle's law of vector addition. Clear? Second is parallelogram law of vector addition. Then third is polygon law of vector addition. Then we will do addition according to these three laws. If two vectors are acting at any other angle other than 90 degree, then we will solve them properly. These three laws are very important, and we will do these three laws in detail in our next lecture. Clear? Hope you will understand these definitions. If you have any problem, you will ask me.